Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello friends, welcome to Kardec Radio, to our daily prayer in this beautiful rainy Friday. I'm Alba Morales, live from Annapolis, Maryland, and as every day at 6 p.m. we are getting together to pray, to elevate our thoughts, to feel fraternity, solidarity, to pray for ourselves and pray for others. So let us start with a centering prayer. Let us close our eyes and breathe and relax. Like a tank taking all the stress, tension from the day out of our mind and out of our body. With serenity, feeling the spiritual company, the warm and kind spiritual company around us. Let us elevate our thoughts and our hearts by saying in our minds, Dear Father, Mother God, we are here one more day, and for that very reason, we are very grateful because we are still connected to our physical body, and therefore we are still having the opportunity to grow, to progress, to do good, and to love. We are very grateful for these moments at 6 p.m. that help us to go through the day-to-day life, that help us to nurture our soul and allow us to connect with divinity, because after all, we are all spiritual beings. We pray, dear Father, Mother God, that our prayer tonight be guided, inspired, and protected by our dear role model, Jesus, as well as the spirit mentors of Kardec Radio. May our thoughts, our mind, our physical body, and all our being be present in this moment so we can practice mindfulness and therefore we can obtain a better result of this moment of prayer, of healing, of sharing with others. And it is in your name that we ask for your guidance, for your protection and your permission to start today this gathering, this meeting, and so be it. Hello again, friends. Hello, Abby. It's good to see you through these means, technical means, at least to feel you and all of you that are in the other side of this computer, of this screen. Welcome to this prayer. As every Friday, we prepare a little reading from a spiritist book. And for tonight, we choose Child of God. Last Friday, we did the Child of God, chapter 17. And today, we randomly open chapter 9. That is called Light of God. And the book Child of God is, the spirit author is Joana de Angelis, and the medium is Divaldo Pereira Franco. So let us see what is this light of God that Joana is going to talk to us, okay? Just start by saying, as a stained glass window is illuminated when sun shines through, and its brilliant colors glow in a magic dance of light. It's not beautiful when we see the rays of light going through this stained glass window. It seems beautiful, all the spectrum of the colors like magic. The human soul, though made up of superior elements, will only reach fullness when permeated by divine clarity. Like a sparkling diamond, the human soul also becomes a shining star when perfected through suffering and dedication to the service of others. All of us, we have this divine spark inside of us, but it's like a diamond, right? We can't find diamonds brighting underground. No, they actually are inside of the dark matter, right? So whoever works the diamond, they need to take out all the dark matter, carbon, or whatever is around it, and then they need to start shaping the diamond in order for the rock to truly shine and show its beauty. And Joanna is telling us, you are like that diamond. You are right now like that diamond. And who is taking the time to, to form the shape of the shining diamond? Ourselves. To the suffering with acceptance and resignation, and dedication to the service of others that is no other thing than charity of love in action. And to do this, it seems simple in words, but it's actually very simple in our everyday life. It's just for us to wake up and question ourselves who I am going to serve today, or what can I do for others today? And the others, it could include our very own pets, right? The others is our family members, the people that we are living with, our co-workers, our neighbors, the pets. Taking care of them is an act of kindness and charity, and is a training for us, and then we go further and further, serving others. Joanna said that you must understand that your spiritual progress is of absolute importance, and you must not get entangled by the petty problems of everyday life, lest you will slow down your evolution. So it seems like Joanna is inviting us to kind of have a picture from the eagle eye, let us put it that way, a picture of our very own life, like we are, floating up of our life, and say, oh, that situation, that problem or difficulty that I had with this person is actually something simple, is not that important in comparison with the progress of our spirit, and in comparison with all our lives and all the spectrum that we are, because we are very complex beings. So this reincarnation is a blink of an eye. It's a blink of an eye of all the reincarnations that we have had and the ones that we are going to have. When we are in the eye of the storm, and this is something that we like to emphasize, because it's simple to talk of these things when everything seems kind of is going okay or kind of normal, but then all of a sudden we are entangled in problems and situations, so we need to breathe. We need to keep the water of silence in our mouth, meaning not to say anything to anybody until we calm down. So once we are calmed down and we are serene, then we can start taking care of the situation. In the moment of turmoil, it is okay for us to feel frustrated, to feel anxious, to feel mad, because we are human beings. But let us exercise a little bit more of ownership about our emotions. And instead of taking these emotions, taking out and probably hurting others, we breathe, we serene ourselves, and if physically we cannot keep our mouth closed, we drink water and we keep it in our mouth. This is an exercise that André Luis teaches in the book Our Home. Okay, let us continue. The unexpected obstacles a traveler meets with along the road shall make him think of ways to overcome them. We have the intelligence to overcome our obstacles. But the traveler will thwart his pace if he allows the thorns and gravels which pave the way to hurt his feet. So if we allow little things to get in our way, we are creating actually suffering for ourselves. Joanna says, therefore, so bathe yourself in the divine light and let illumine the dark corners of your life where jealousy, spite, envy, indolence, and moral imperfections have found shelter. We still have those corners. That's why we are here on this planet. Otherwise, we will be in a more evolved planet. So we don't need to feel shame or embarrassed about it. Inside of all of us, there is a little bit of this, right? And that's the work of, shaping that diamond and taking all that is not needed, taking it out. And it's a process, it's a slow process, it's an everyday work. And this is our favorite part of this chapter. Joanna says that, created for stellar glory, you are a cosmos in miniature, emerging from the fiery nebulae of human passions. Strive to gravitate in harmony with divine thought and do not go astray. The irresistible, attracting power of God's love will lead us all to Him. Isn't that amazing? So we are that little cosmos. But moreover, we are created for stellar glory. We were created to go far further and up. This is just a moment, this is a phase of our evolution in which we need to make that effort to become the best version of ourselves, right? So we need to make the effort, but our soul and our spirit is gravitating naturally towards the light of God. It's something natural. It's something that we cannot avoid because that's our nature after all. So let us feel this irresistible, attracting power of the love of God. Let us gravitate towards Him or towards her or towards it because it's in the universe. It permeates everything, every single cell, molecule in our physical body, in our spiritual body. This is like a good news. When we were reading we need to work still in jealousy and selfishness and all these qualities to be, and we were like, okay, Joanna, we will do it. But then she said, hey, don't give up. You already were created to shine like a star. Okay? Joanna is going to finalize chapter 9 of the book Child of God by saying, plunge yourself in the light of love so that the spirit in you may irradiate it. And then no shadows shall loom over your feelings. Your personal light will reach others and shine in the world. All of us, we can do it. And we already know some people, they are very charismatic with this aura around them. And we say, oh God, I want to be like them. We can be like them. It will take this system and so many others we don't know. It's up to us. But we will if we continue working hard and persistently in our spiritual evolution. Joanna finalized the chapter by saying, the light of God will kindle the spark of spiritual wealth within you, bringing out all your dormant virtues. Bringing out all your dormant virtues. We have them inside, and this light of God shall take them out to life. It's not beautiful? At least for us, this chapter brought us a lot of light, a lot of hope, especially in moments of darkness, isn't it? We are still undergoing a pandemic around the world. We are still undergoing social political situations, not only in our nation, so in so many other nations. And as a consequence of the pandemic, so many brothers and sisters, they have lost their job. So there is also a financial, economical difficulty in a personal level or family level as well as a social level. So there are so many components that are still like a rolling in our lives. We are trying to get to that normal, but we won't get to where we're before, because that's impossible. We cannot go back. Evolution doesn't go backwards. We need to go forward. So therefore, let us take advantage of this light of God for our own benefit. And when we feel the light of God inside of us, Joanna de Angelis say, we will irradiate, and we are going to be helping, assisting others with our own behavior, our own demeanor. And we brought these pictures. We found it interesting how we can feel the light of God. We connected with the sun, right? We think the sun many years, thousands of years ago, when we were primitive, that it was a god. Well, there are some spirits books that they disclose that in the sun, actually the sun is the home of high evolved spirits that irradiate this energy in such powerful way that it becomes the sun. And they are our friends, they are spirit guides, that they are taking care of us, guiding us. So let us feel tomorrow morning the sun, and let us feel or fuel our spiritual tank with the light of God. We're going to do it right now with prayer, okay? We're going to close here the presentation, and we're going to prepare for our prayer. Hi, John. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let us close our eyes. And let us imagine or visualize on top of our heads, like a little sun, a little sphere irradiating a white light on top of our head. And this light is going down through our head, inside our head, going down to our throat, kind of feeling our physical base, going down to the shoulders, arms, and hands, to the abdomen, the back, our legs, our feet, and it's coming out through our feet. So we are like an antenna that is receiving the light of God, and that at the same time, through our feet, we are nurturing Mother Earth and our home or our workplace or wherever we are located. So we are this dynamo of energy, and we expand our perispirit, meaning we are flexible and we feel our spirit kind of growing and expanding their hands and receiving this light, permeating our perispirit and enveloping our spirit in a peaceful, serene light, providing us with mental energy, providing us with the spiritual energy, providing us with physical energy. And since we are now immersed in this beautiful, kind, and generous light, we reach out our thoughts to others, and we think, dear Father of our lives, sweet and kind Mother Creator, we are asking you tonight not only to bathe us with your light that is kind and generous and gracious, but also we are thinking in our brothers and sisters that are in greater need than us. We pray for all of them that are still in a hospital bed trying to catch their breath because they are not able to breathe by themselves, that still have this fight against the COVID-19. We pray for them, and we pray for them in any hospital, in any bed, in any clinical around the world, because Father, Mother, there are still so many places in which vaccines are not available to the public yet, and even a hospital bed is not available because there are so many contaminated brothers and sisters. Father, give them the strength. Mother, comfort their souls and their body. Bring their families hope, comfort, and resignation in front of these deaths, in front of this obstacle. We understand that this is from our very own benefit. But when we are in the midst of the pain, it's hard to see the lesson. So we pray for them so they can be humble in front of the situation, and they can then bear the fruits of this situation. We pray for all of those who have been discarnated because of COVID-19. May your loving and kind spirits receive them, enveloping in love, providing them the treatments that are needed so they can take out the impressions from their spiritual body of the machines that were connected to their bodies, or the suffering that they experienced through their discarnation. May your grace envelop all of them and give them peace and hope and joy. We pray for our nation. We pray for our governors. We pray for President Biden and for all the cabinets and all the people who is having the power, the social political power in our country, so they can be guided and inspired by kind, smart minds that are thinking in the benefit of progress of all of us and not in the personal or hiding agenda. We pray for every single person that is occupying a job in the government as a servant of others. Give them the strength, give them inspiration, give them the intelligence to work not for their selfish interest, but for the interest of all of us and all the community. Dear Father, Mother God, we pray for our community. We pray for our family members and friends that are in need, especially those who are undergoing illnesses, those who are ill of the bodies. Bring them the healing, the comfort, bring them or alleviate them from the pains that they are currently suffering. And for the ones who are ill of the mind, that sometimes they don't know or they are in denial. Bring them balance to their mind. Bring them self-forgiveness, because mostly we are trapped in these illnesses of the mind because we don't forget ourselves. We commit errors in the past, sometimes very bad errors, and therefore, once we gain conscious of our very own acts, we feel ashamed and we regret what we did, and then we feel guilty. Help us not only for the ones who are suffering of mental illness, but to all of us to move from these guilty feelings that are holding us back to love ourselves and to love others. Give us, Father, the freedom to love ourselves and to love others through acts of kindness, of generosity and service. Give us the strength to not think twice when we are needed in some scenario in our lives, because that's a beautiful opportunity for us to serve others, to connect with others, and as well to progress. May the light of your love baffle us tonight, during the weekend, and always. In your name we pray, and so be it. Dear friends, we hope everybody is feeling well. Remember to drink your water, or to pray over a glass of water and drink it, because we need the medicine for our body and for our soul. Thank you for sharing these moments with us. See you next Friday. Bye.